We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Chris Richardson Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, a big week for you guys. 2 big wins over Charleston and West Virginia State to kind of break that skid you were in. Talk about this week and kind of what it meant to your team.
Yeah, it was a good week. To say we're surprised would be completely inaccurate. I think we know, as we've talked about, Zach, that this team's been getting better and better. They've approached things the right way. They've approached things like a veteran team should, which is with a mindset of just continuing to improve and don't worry about the results, worry about the process. So they did that, and then, lo and behold, we get the results that we expect. So really proud of just the toughness we played with, the physicality we played with in both games, the togetherness we played with. I thought we shared the ball well. I thought we played with great energy defensively in both games, and we got to keep that going.
And the offense has continued to shine for you here as of late. 97 points in that win against West Virginia State. What was working offensively in that game?
We were passing the ball. I mean, it sounds simple, but we were passing the ball. We were getting great shots, passing up good shots to get great shots. We got out and ran the floor. We got good stops, had good presence in our gaps defensively that led to some turnovers off some swipes because we're in the right spot, and they just kind of dribbled right into where we wanted them to go, and we were able to take the ball and go down the other end and get easy baskets. So, we've made shots, but we've taken good shots because we've passed the ball. And, we worked a lot the last couple of weeks on our off-ball movement, and, I think that makes it a little easier for guys to pass the ball because they know where guys are going to be. They know where to look. They know what the reads are. And if the defense is in one spot, take one thing away, they know what the next option is. So we're just continuing to get better. We've been playing together a lot in practice in terms of working 5-on-5, getting up and down the court. As we always do during the year, we play a lot of live basketball in practice. So that helps, and we've been able to carry it over to the court in live games.
And not just having the team success this week, you also have the individual success. Sean Ely named the MEC Men's Basketball Player of the Week for the third time this year. Talk about him and kind of what that award means to you guys.
Yeah, I thought he controlled the whole game, both games. Against Charleston, first half they were really, really flying to him to help to try to stop him from scoring, and he made the simple play, found some cutters, found William Gabbard on 3 or 4 cuts along the baseline that we thought would be there going into the game, and they were. And then did a good job of finding shooters as well. And then second half, they were so worried about the cuts. I think they got kind of tight to guys on the outside, didn't rotate as much, didn't swarm to the ball, and now he's able to get better angles to score, off the bounce and one-on-one. Saturday against State, again, really did a good job moving the ball early. I think he had 13 assists in those 2 games and did a pretty good job taking care of the ball. We can always do better all around taking care of the ball. But late, he hit some big shots, hit a couple threes, hit a couple pull-ups. And most importantly, man, late in that State game as they continued to charge and try to get back in the game, he answered every one of those shots with free throws. And we talk all the time about wins being in the paint at the free throw line, and Saturday was a great example of that.
And you also mentioned the defensive pressure you guys showed throughout that game, getting some big stops there at the end. Talk about the defensive side of the ball and kind of how they've been rolling as of late.
You got to take pride in it. You got to pressure the ball. You got to talk. You got to play together. Everyone thinks about playing together on the offensive end, passing the ball. Well, you got to play together on the defensive end too, and you do that through communication. And knowing your teammate has your back makes it easier to pressure the ball, knowing that you got help in that gap. Being in that gap, you've got a lot more confidence knowing that your teammate's pressuring the ball. It all works together. And then when the shot goes up, we know guys aren't going to leak out. They're going to go rebound. So being connected on both ends of the floor has been really key for us.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, another big week for you guys. West Virginia Wesleyan and Davis and Elkins waiting. You guys are kind of battling for one of those 6 spots to get a bye in the first round. Talk about this week and kind of your approach.
Yeah, I mean the conference standings are clumped up. There's a lot of teams competing anywhere from 5 to being out of the tournament, being 11th. So we can't worry about any of that right now. We just got to worry about getting better. And last night in practice, we got better. Today in practice, we expect to get better. And then we got to go take that same mentality, that same urgency, that same hunger to West Virginia Wesleyan tomorrow night. They're playing really well. They've won 2 in a row as well. The Crosby kid that is coming at semester for them has made a major difference in their team. Their point guard is one of the best players in the league. He scores it. He shoots it. He really passes it. Batchelor, the shooter, really good off the catch, can really score. And then their other guys can all contribute in various ways. They all know what their job is to help that team win. They're playing with a lot of full court pressure, trying to speed teams up, trying to turn them over. And then offensively, I think they do a really good job, not just of sharing the ball and taking great shots, but they do the little things well. They screen. They're very physical. They play inside out. They've got guys that can score around the basket, and they take pretty good shots. So we're going to have our hands full. They're playing really well right now, but so are we. And, we've got to continue to get better and let the results fall where they may, and all that other stuff will work itself out.
And obviously your focus is Wednesday here on West Virginia Wesleyan, but this is going to be the last show before we hit Senior Day on Saturday. So talk a little bit about these two seniors, Sean Ely and Will Gabbert, and kind of what they've brought to this team.
Yeah, Senior Day, last Saturday home game is Saturday, and that's crazy to think about how fast it's gone. We still have a lot of Wednesday home games coming up, but Saturday's the last Saturday home game. So we will celebrate our two seniors, and boy, what a duo to celebrate. William Gabbert, been with us for 4 years, been all the way through the program, put his trust in us right when we got here. Was one of the first kids that we recruited, and has made it through all 4 years and gotten better and better. And we've talked about it a million times. He's the same guy every day. He's gone from playing 6 or 7 minutes a game to 15 to now I think he played 30-plus on Saturday. He's gone from being kind of a 2-guard, 3-guard to now in our small lineup I would say he's jumping center. He doesn't jump. He just kind of lets the other team get it. But, he's doing whatever's asked. And what a great example for our younger guys to see. Here's a guy who's come in for 4 years and done whatever it takes to help get the program on consistent footing, both on and off the court. He's an exemplary student, NABC Honor Court student, Dean's List student, going to West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine. I mean, the sky is the limit for him, and we look forward to celebrating him Saturday. Sean Ely, guy who came out of Parkland College and didn't have a ton of opportunities, but was really excited about the opportunity to come here and make the most of it. Came in and earned a role as a junior, as a transfer, and then saw that role increase as the season went on. He earned a bigger role. Great teammate, great leader. In an era where guys come in, produce, and then leave, he was all in from the jump. At the end of the season, he was ready to get going back towards this season. And so Sean's been a great teammate. He's another guy that's always the same guy every day. People see the points, but what they don't see is just his energy on a daily basis, how he pours that into his teammates. He's not afraid to call people out, but he's also not afraid to call people up. He's just everything you want in a senior point guard. And we're going to miss both of them, but we still got quite a bit of ball left with him, and we're gonna celebrate him rightfully on Saturday. But the biggest way we can celebrate them is by continuing to get better and give them a chance, downtown to go make some noise at the Mountain East tournament coming up in March.
And finally, as you guys hit February, you always talk about playing your best basketball late. You guys are there right now. You're playing some of your best basketball of the season. How do you keep it going through this final month as you make the push towards the tournament?
We talked about that last night in our team meeting before practice. How we continue to move forward is exactly how we've gotten to this point where we didn't let the results and the 6-game losing streak and the fact that we were not playing our best and getting the best results. We didn't let that affect our habits, our commitment, our buy-in, our investment, all that stuff. We can't let winning affect that either. Winning requires everything you got right there in that moment to get there, and then once that's over, it requires it all again. That's all that it does. And so, while losing can last, winning is temporary, and so you got to start back over from scratch and do everything that it took to win that previous game from a preparation standpoint, a focus standpoint, an execution standpoint, and then go do it again. So that's the beauty. We don't have to change a thing about what we've been doing the last few weeks. We just got to get better at what we're doing, and that's all part of what we talk about all the time, which is playing your best basketball down the stretch. Are we doing that right now? Yes, but there's still a lot of room for growth on both ends. And so we're excited to continue that process and continue that journey and see where it takes us.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.